ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa has arrived at Robben Island to kick off the party's 113th birthday celebrations. The party says the aim of Ramaphosa's visit to the island is to honor freedom fighters who were incarcerated. SABC News reporter Lulama Matya has been tracking the ANC celebrations today and joins us live. Good afternoon, Lulama. It's been quite a busy morning for you, tracking from very early when you got there to Robben Island. Won't you just take us through the day and what has happened so far?
Good afternoon, Diabo and SABC viewers. Indeed, a very hectic and a busy morning. It's still going to be busy this afternoon because the program of the ANC to celebrate its 113th anniversary is still continuing. We are back on land now. We were at Robben Island earlier. We are now at the Nelson Mandela Gateway to Robben Island. We had just jumped off from a ferry that took us this morning to Robben Island. The ANC, in its celebration of the 113th birthday, went to the island. That is where its freedom fighters, former liberation fighters, were imprisoned there. But to talk to us more about what happened there at the museum, I am joined by Dr. Seth Cooper, who is the chairperson of Robben Island Museum. Welcome to the SABC, Doctor.
My pleasure.
It's a very important day in the history of South Africa, in the history of politics in this country.
Yes, it is, because the ANC, in celebrating today as its 113th anniversary, is the oldest liberation movement around. And it's under threat. And it's significant that the president chose to start the celebration of the ANC's birthday by coming to Robben Island and then doing the other things that they're going to do.
We went to a site whereby it was a quarry where the prisoners used to spend the day there. Talk to us about what happened during those years there.
The quarry was used to demean our prisoners. It was intended to put them into a hard labor situation. Even though they were sentenced prisoners, they were not sentenced to hard labor and not sentenced to the atrocious conditions prevailing on the quarry itself. No protective clothing, no ordered way of doing the digging of the limestone, and no purpose for that limestone whatsoever. It was intended to break prisoners, to tell you that we are in control and you are in our power now. So prisoners who came there over time protested about it, but it was the post-76 generation that really closed that quarry, because we objected to the conditions. We said that the manner in which you're doing it is going to injure somebody, and indeed somebody did get injured. But the quarry was a place where it gave us the opportunity to be outside. While it was under terrible conditions, it gave us the opportunity to be outside and to enjoy the fresh air. At great cost to our own health because of the sandstone getting into your lungs and so on, and the glare of the limestone in your eyes. But nevertheless, we survived, and we're here to tell the tale.
That was going to be my point, that it was meant to break you, but it didn't. In the end, you triumphed.
Yes, we did. And one of the issues that Robben Island prides itself on, based on the triumph of the human spirit. And that has given us the World Heritage status. It is one of the few sites in the world where we still have ex-political prisoners guiding people into the prison itself. But they're a dying breed, and we need to change how we do that, and therefore we are inviting offspring of ex-political prisoners, and there were some 7,000 political prisoners in the country. In Robben Island, about 5,000. So we're inviting all ex-political prisoners' offspring, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, nephews, nieces, and so on, to watch the space, because we're going to advertise that we are going to have a new cohort of guides in the prison who can give a refreshed look about their grandparents, their uncles, their aunts and other people who spent time in prisons in this country. Of course, it was a male prison. Of course, it was only black prisoners. But nevertheless, we'll be, hopefully by the end of this year, having younger guides to augment the depleted pool of ex-political prisoners.
How did it feel to be there?
Well, I'm used to coming to Robben Island, but I'm also a psychologist, so I've dealt with my demons during my incarceration in Robben Island and subsequently. So it's just another visit in a sense. But when you see the emotion of those you are taking to the island, when you see the emotion expressed by the president, other people in leadership in the country for what they experience today, then it says you've touched people, because then they understand the quintessential value of Robben Island. It is a highly contested space. Everybody wants a piece of Robben Island, but it is our national and world heritage treasure, and it should remain that way. And Robben Island is doing good things. We have successively, over the last 3 years, reduced reliance on the state for funding. We're now less than 40% reliance on the state, and we can obliterate that if we change our programs and accommodate new things. For that, we need younger blood. We need new ideas. We need to come to the technology age and incorporate both kinds of experiences, actual reality as well as digital reality.
Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
That was Dr. Seth Cooper. He is the chairperson of Robben Island Museum. With that, back to you at the studio, Diabo.
Thank you so much to Lulama Matya for the update. We will be catching up with her again to find out how the program is progressing.